All right. Hello, 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 my happy, empowered empaths. Connecting with you today. This is really an impromptu connection. Saying hello. I've got one of my favorite decks here, the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm pretty excited to use these. I've been connecting with them in the morning time for myself, with myself, and it has really been it's been a lot of fun. Hi, Ashley. I'm excited that we're going to spend time together today. Hello, Miss Julie. Hi, Miss Isabel. All right. So, as most of you know, that as a healer or as a psychic, as somebody that helps other people, oftentimes we get a lot of insights ourselves, right? So for me, the reason why I'm jumping on with this is that I'm on day 5 of a cleanse. It's a Purium cleanse. I'm doing it with a wonderful group of women. And so through this experience, I've had a lot of emotional stuff coming up and through. It's been really beautiful. As you guys know, I'm not afraid of my own emotions. Bring it on. So I've been breaking through and really rearranging a lot of the things that I thought I was going to be doing in my life, and changing a lot of things pretty quickly. And so with that, I really wanted to connect in with you. So specifically for those of you that are in transition, really in just shifting from one thing in your life to the next. I'm looking at relocating to a completely new place, all sorts of stuff. So I'm here to help you connect with yourself so that I can help me connect with myself. That's the benefit of doing all of this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start with the prayer so that we can open up this space. If I don't get to you, don't be bummed, don't be sad. I get some people who send me some pretty interesting emails or messages after this. Just know that if you are here, if you are listening to this message, that there is clarity in it for you, that there are messages in it for you that are going to help you break through to the other side. And so really giving yourself an opportunity to connect in and see that for you is going to be really beneficial. It's going to help a lot. All right, so as we call in divine truth and love into this sacred space, we invoke the highest possible healing for each and every happy, empowered empath in myself. We ask for the courage and compassion to speak and to hear from the purest form of self-love and forgiveness to all involved. All right, beautiful. So, just going to pick a card as our theme here. Ooh, we got time for a nap. I love this. So the time for a nap has a lot to do with resting, but also what I'm getting from that is that there's a lot that's going on in your dream space. So it's important for you to pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to what is coming through for you. Definitely, I would suggest keeping a journal by your bedside. And as you keep that journal by your bedside, wake up first thing in the morning and just start writing down your thoughts. I know that a lot of us have a habit of going straight to our phones or using our phone for an alarm. Best thing that I've ever done for myself is getting myself an alarm clock and keeping my phone in the other room so that it isn't just like an initial whoop, oh, I'm just going to get on the phone and start looking at things first thing in the morning. It's really, really disruptive to your process of remembering your dreams. Think about it. We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping. And in that sleeping space, we are dreaming, we are moving stuff. Julie, if you don't dream, that just means that there's blocks between your dream channels and your conscious waking mind. So tuning into that, really looking at clearing your dream space, setting intentions before you go to sleep. This is how I have really grown in my own personal growth and in my own business, is setting intentions before you sleep and really allowing the messages to come through you, come to you as you sleep, so that when you wake in the morning, you have clarity, you have direction, you have your messages, you have your leads from your internal guidance systems, from the guidance from your own guides, from all of the above. So there's a lot of things that can happen in a really short period of time when you give yourself permission to actually make time for your dream space. Isn't it funny that even if we just give ourselves permission, it creates a whole different sort of dynamic? All right, so I did see someone here that asked just simply for a reading. And as we do these, I am going to, okay, so Nadine, I'm going to start with you. As we do these, I'm not going to take specific reading requests. If you'd like a reading, just simply ask for a reading, and what I'm going to do is get just whatever comes through, comes through. So that's the message. That's how we're going to set the energy. That's how we're going to set the tone. And so, yeah, so Nadine, let me go ahead and take a second to tune into your energy. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing for you, Nadine, is I'm seeing where you have, I don't know if you've seen those costumes that have the golden or iridescent wings that go, you hold the sticks and they have the wings that go behind them. I'm seeing that you're holding that up, but as you're doing that, you're holding it up and there's like this black smoke, this really dark black smoke that's coming out from your back. It looks like that you are in a period of recognizing your shadow and really integrating a lot of your darkness, a lot of your own shadow side, a lot of things, one, that you can perceive as judgment by saying that you don't like them about yourself, but it's more than that. It's not that you just don't like them about yourself, it's that you're integrating into it and you're integrating those parts of yourself that you really acknowledge and you can see. I'm going to have to turn these comments off because as they come through, it's really distracting. There we go. Okay, so, and then I'll tune back into them when I'm done with the reading. Okay, so yes, Nadine. Okay, so you have a lot of that dark energy or that really intense energy coming out from the back of your space. But the wings symbolize to me that you're really looking to bring that in. You're looking to integrate it. It is about transmuting. It is about shaming. It is about going into denial. It isn't about being like, well, I'm not that person anymore. It is about recognizing that you are and that you be all aspects of yourself simultaneously. That you can embody the highest vibrational frequency of your brightest light, and that you can also integrate and be an aspect of yourself that is the lowest vibrational frequency of your darkest dark simultaneously. And so that is what the yin and the yang is about. It's about creating balance between these two aspects of self. And as you're in that space of creating balance between those aspects of self, that you can see that you are quite literally standing in your strongest stance. That within your strongest stance, you have both feet in the light and the dark, right? Both sides of yourself really balanced in who it is that you are and who it is that you are becoming. And so that's what I'm seeing right now, is that it's really important for you to start setting some goals. It's really important for you to start being really clear about how you want your life to look. Because right now I'm seeing that you're doing some interpersonal work, but it's also falling flat because there isn't a why behind it. There isn't really a reason behind it. And if you don't have a reason, if you don't have a direction and a goal of like, this is where you want to get to be, then it can kind of feel like you're just spinning your wheels. And even if it's just as simple as like you're doing it because you want to be a better person, if you're doing it because you want to step into a greater aspect of yourself, then you can do that. But it's really, really important to have that clear direction and that clear why. This is where you want to go. So I hope that makes sense. All right, beautiful. I see Loki's here. He's helping. He's also wondering why all of this. He gets kind of weird sometimes when I start doing readings because the energy starts moving in the house or in my office space, and so he starts running around with it. Sometimes it gets kind of funny. All right, so Jennifer Martinez. Yep, I'm going to go start with you here. All right, beautiful. So clearing out from Nadine, allowing your energy to go back to you while I reclaim my own. I hope, Nadine, I do hope that helped you to find some clarity. And if it isn't making sense right now, ask your dream space and really open yourself up to the possibility of what that means. If you couldn't hear what it is that I was saying, go ahead and back and rewatch this, as I will keep the replay posted. And remember, replayers and people that are watching it, even if I'm not reading your name, if I'm not reading your energy, remember the way that I have the energy set here and the tone is that you are here to receive your messages as well. All right, so Jennifer Martinez. Okay. Okay, beautiful. So Jennifer, what I've been seeing for you and your energy is I see that you have opened yourself to being a channel, that you do have a lot of energy flowing through your body. I do see that there's a lot of religion, like religious programming flowing through. There's a lot of like Christianity and Catholic ideals, whether it is that you really are connected to that programming, whether it be through childhood or even just in your family. I'm seeing that there is a lot of that. There's saints around you. There's also a lot of like Jesus energy around you that is coming through. And what I'm seeing is that it is working really well for you as far as healing your space and healing your body. But the other thing that I'm seeing is that it's important for you to find your autonomy. What's happening is that like what it is that you want, your free will, your choices, your direction, your guidance. It's one thing to like constantly be an open channel and say, yes, I want to move forward. Yes, I want to be an aspect of, leader, or I want to be in purity, or I want to be a channeler, or whatever it be. And I'm seeing that this is also like a few steps ahead of where your conscious mind is. It's like, that it's happening, but your conscious mind is starting to catch up to the energy that you have been cycling through your body, because this is about being able to break out of the mold and being able to see and ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that you want to co-create, and what is it that you want to bring into this world and onto this planet, so that you can look back and see and recognize where your will stood in the creation. And yes, there is a beauty in the creation of the divine as well. And so since you are connected in those ways, that you can create a balance. And I'm almost seeing like the energy of a heart, where you can be one aspect of the heart, and then the energy that you're channeling in through your body can be the other aspect. And through that, you'll really start to notice that you're going to step way more, way further along on your own path of ascension. And I'm hoping that sometimes I notice that my language can be a little bit further along than people, especially if you're beginning on this path. But let me know if this is landing, and let me know if this is making sense for you, because it really is about your ascension. It is about where you as a spirit body, a spirit being, and why you're here on this planet to begin with, and how you can get to the next steps of your own evolution that's really going to break down and break through the mold of where it is that you have been, not just in this lifetime, but multiple lifetimes beyond that. And so when you definitely spend some time grounding. It's really important for you to connect in with the earth and do some earthing. Literally bare feet on soil, bare feet on naked earth, not manicured earth, not like grass or sod, the actual naked earth. So if you're going out into the forest or something like that, it's really going to help bring and draw down that energy. And yes, when I yawn, it's a release of energy. I sometimes get messages from people that's like, you're so tired. I'm not tired. Just releasing. All right, Debbie Lawson, let's go ahead and look. Carrie, thank you so much for sharing. Yes, I always forget to say that. If you do feel inclined to share, please do. The more the merrier. The more people that we have in our group, the more energy we move through, the more all of us get to accomplish. All right, so beautiful. Who did I say? Debbie Lawson. Okay, Debbie Lawson. Hello. So Debbie, it looks like your energy is getting really beat up. Like it looks like you are almost like you keep taking hits. That's what I just keep seeing. That you just keep taking hits. And as you're taking hits, I do see that it is weakening your field. It's weakening your energy body. It's weakening what you are doing, even as far as taking care of yourself. So it's like, just get out of the line of attack. That's what I keep seeing, is that you keep putting yourself in the line of attack. You're like, can I put myself in this line of attack? Can I put myself in this line of attack? And so as you're putting yourself in that line, you just keep getting chopped. You keep getting hit. The easiest way for you to move out of that is to completely redirect your focus. Like complete 180, time to redirect your focus. What I'm seeing is that it's most important for you to pick up a hobby, whether it be going to the gym, whether it be yoga, but it definitely doing something where other people are involved and where other people are around. It's going to be really important for you to start building community, completely new community, building a completely new identity. I am seeing that getting new friends that don't know you as who you are now, so that you can start fresh, you can start from a clean slate. All of that is going to be really important for you to start regaining your strength and to get out of the minefield of obsession and of like personal demise. It's seeing like I'm seeing where you're willing to self-sabotage and where you're willing to really let yourself go for the sake of what you think you want, but what you think you want is not serving your highest and best. There's something else for you, which is why the circumstance in your life is what it is. There's a dissolution, there's a fraying, it's like a tearing apart, there's a death happening and there's a rebirth happening simultaneously. So the best thing for you to do is to just completely redirect your focus, completely go in a different direction, and let your mind have ease. If you need to like block this person out of your technology that's creating these issues or these circumstances that keeps hitting your energy or keeps knocking you down, and quite literally, like, let's look at technology for a second and just be really honest with ourselves about how this can look. Like, if you're going through a breakup or if you're going through a divorce and you keep going onto social media to check and see what is happening with this person, but you know that if you see something that you don't want to know, it's going to feel like a hit to the gut, that's where you're like walking into your own line of fire. If you keep digging for things to find out things that you don't really want to know, then you are continuing to hurt yourself. And you are continuing to harm yourself. It's not anything that the other person is doing. It quite literally is you choosing to redirect your focus in another way. So choosing to redirect your focus in another way is really going to help give you the benefit of breaking through and getting through to the other side unscathed. So let yourself be really clear. So yeah, take time to do things for you. Create a new identity. If you're like, well, I'm not flexible, I don't do yoga. It doesn't matter. Maybe you do yoga. Give yourself a chance to look at your future self, to see where it is that you are at and where it is that you want to be, because it's going to give you an opportunity to actually free yourself from what the universe has willingly protected you from. Rejection is God's protection. And if the G word freaks you out, go with rejection is your protection. It doesn't matter. Like, when something is taken away from you, let it go. The best chance you have of actually getting it back is by letting it go so that it can come back to you in a completely new manifest. But if something is leaving you, you don't want it to come back to you exactly the way it is, because you've outgrown it, you've outdone it, you've already gotten what you needed out of it. And maybe what you need out of it is the experience of the breakup. Really and truly. I get more people and more clients that come to me through a divorce or through a breakup or through some sort of heartache that experience a spiritual awakening that actually changes their lives. My life, I just said lives because it feels like multiple lives, but my life always gets better after a breakup. Always, like without fail. Because all of a sudden you have your energy back for you. You have what you were creating back for you. And so if this separation is happening so that you can see who it is that you are and see your own identity, finding your own autonomy, then that is what is important through this process. I'm really, really feeling like energy or exercising and finding a group, a community to exercise with. So whoever or whatever direction you want to take that, CrossFit, yoga, kayaking trips, who knows? But get out there and do things in your body with community, like I said, that is bringing new friends. Because new friends aren't going to see you as like the divorcee or so-and-so's ex-lady friend, or they're not going to be involved in the drama of the breakup. Like, you create new friends, you get to talk about new things. They're not going to ask you how you're doing. They're not going to check in with the divorce or the separation. Like, let it all go through. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. There we go. Okay, Bobby. Let me go ahead and look at this. Bobby, Renee. Thank you, Debbie, for allowing yourself to be read. And again, for those of you that have friends or family that could benefit from receiving these messages, please feel free to tag them. Please feel free to share. As we know, the more the merrier here. All right, so Bobby, Renee. Whew. Bobby, you're releasing a lot of really, really, it's kind of like purple iridescent goop. I see like you're just shoving it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it out your crown. I see where you are, it's like you're emptying your entire vessel, you're emptying your whole body, you're pushing all of it out. I'm seeing that you are redesigning you as well. So a lot of what I just said in the last reading, I'm seeing can pertain to you. Just maybe take the idea of the breakup through. But what I'm seeing is like there's a redefinition and a reconnection with self through purging. A lot of what I'm seeing is like it is really beautiful. It's like this beautiful purple energy that is iridescent and it's kind of swirly, and you're just like pushing it out the crown, you're pushing it out, you're pushing it away. You're still like, that's nice, but I don't really want that. I'm seeing where you do want more, and the best way for you to see that you do want more is to clean and clear out, go fresh, clean slate. So I feel like we're finding our theme here. So that fresh, clean slate really is about you being able to see what it is that you do want to bring into your life. I do see that you are powerful. That you're a powerful generator, that you bring in energy for other people. Like other people like to be around you because they feel energized, and sometimes that makes you feel really drained, because I'm seeing that in the way that you generate energy and in the way that you call energy in, that you bring it into your space, that there's a lot that like doesn't actually go back, like that it isn't reciprocated. And so I do see that there are a couple of just like energy tools or energy tricks that you'll find that will be super helpful to you as you continue to explore and dive into your gifts. If you have not had any formal training about connecting with your own intuitive abilities, now is definitely the time. It's really important for you to figure that out and really learn how to connect with your energy body in a conscious way so that you can be in more control of the way that you're cycling energy through your space. I'm hearing a lot of you saying, well, what about me? What about me? I want to do a reading. I want to do a reading. It's okay. This reading is for you too. Loki. No. So this reading is for you too. And let yourself really tune into what that means for you. That if it is now time for you to tune into yourself and your abilities, if you're feeling that you're becoming more sensitive, if you're finding that you're ignoring it, that you don't want to tune into it, a lot of times I challenge you to tune into yourself when you're scrolling through your phone, social media. What are you avoiding? Ask yourself that. What are you avoiding in your life that isn't giving you permission to really connect in with yourself? Yes, we can use it as a break. Yes, it's nice to say we like being connected to people. We like learning in that way. All these other things that are opportunities for you in that sense. But really and truly look at what is the underlying unconscious reason as to what it is that you are running from that's keeping you from stepping into your abilities. Loki doesn't like it when people walk on the path behind our house. That's what's happening over here. Just so you know. All right, so Bobby Renee, back to saying hello. Hello, hello. Whatever business idea, Bobby, that you have that's either coming to you or that you're thinking about, I'm seeing that it's a go. It's a yes. Definitely take that. Definitely like move forward. Definitely go in that direction. You'll find a lot of your own clarity, but you'll find a lot of success in that business venture that's coming up and through. Be present, be aware, and definitely include meditation in your daily practice so that you can see for so that you can see clearly, because I do see that as you step into the world of creating a business, that there will be obstacles that come up for you, and it's going to be really, really important for you to stay present and grounded, so that when choices come up and who you're going to connect with and who you're going to invest with and these sorts of things, it's really important for you to be very, very clear with yourself and with your guides about what it is that you're calling in. So that's what's going to be really, really critical and really important as you embark on that journey. Now, part of this for me in this whole cleanse and meditation and regrowth is that I am also looking at growing my business as well. It's part of the reason that I'm doing this cleanse, is that I've been feeling this big, massive surge behind me that I know that my business is about to grow. I know that things are about to change very quickly. And so energetically, I know that it's important for me to get my physical body in a place where I'm primed to be able to handle that much energy. As my followers expand and as my community grows and as my classes increase, there's so much energy that starts coming through in my body and in my being. And so as it starts coming through in my body and in my being, if my body is not at the vibrational frequency to be able to withstand that, then it crushes me. I've experienced this in the past. It crushes me emotionally. I start reverting back to old patterns and the things that are not working for me. And so I'm sharing this with you because I know that there's a time period right now that's affecting all of us in a way that it is really important for you to be aware of your choices. It's really important for you to be aware of every single moment. I'm actually going to get a new tattoo. I decided this yesterday. I almost went and got it yesterday. But I just felt like sitting on the couch instead because I'm cleansing. But I'll show it to you and share it with you. I'm just going to draw it really quick here. So it might be a little bit smaller than this, but essentially it's this. And you want to know the cool thing about this? Is that when I was looking at myself, I'm like, am I going to get this tattoo? Am I going to really do that? Is that a thing? Like, it started showing up for me last week. And I actually channeled and asked my future self. I looked at a future memory and I saw this on my palm. And I went, oh, wow, I guess I did do it. I guess I did get it because it's already there. So then I started adventuring with my future self and I'm like, show me what other tattoos I'm going to get. I saw a couple like down my arm and just a couple of other little ones. But it was really interesting because I'd never really meditated in that way or looked at myself in that way, that there is, that there are aspects and there's reminders. But for me, this reminder right here from the journey I've been on in the last 6 months, this dot in the middle is presence, right? It's current presence, the present moment, be here now. And then the circle around it is that every single choice that I make in the moment is going to have a direct and immediate effect on my future. And so if I stay with that, and if I'm aware that in every single choice, every single opportunity, that every time that there is a fork in the road, even when it comes down to, do I want to go to dinner or do I want to stay in my house? And I don't know if you've experienced this, but I have intuitively been like, I'm supposed to go out to dinner. I know this. And so I'll go out and I'll run into somebody that I needed to run into. There's also been times where I've ignored my intuition and I've kicked myself in the butt, not even knowing what I missed, but knowing that there was something. And so in every single moment, we have an opportunity to make a choice point that is going to have a very direct effect on our future. In business, they tell us, especially in the coaching world, they tell us that and I've seen this is true for me as well, that everything that you are investing in, everything that you are putting in right now shows up in 90 days. So if you find that you've had like a big surge in your business, like woo, and I've seen this with my clients too, you have a big surge in your business, like woo, oh my gosh, I got a bunch of money in the bank, I feel good, okay, now I can chill. No, because if you chill, then you'll get to the point in 90 days where you're like, oh my God, I'm broke again. How is this happening? And that's the cycle of the entrepreneur. So when we look at basically this is to me also compound interest, that all of the energy and all of the things that you're putting into right now, are going to build on itself so that it actually starts multiplying to the nth degree. And when it starts multiplying to the nth degree, it will grow in a completely different way. It's like stock investments, right? And let's say that it's a really secure stock investment. It's not something that's going crazy, but ideally it's going to build on itself. And the more money that you have in that account, or the more money that you're investing, the more money that you're going to make back, right? That's compound interest. That's how people who turn into millionaires or billionaires get there. It's that the first few years are really, really like challenging because you're building the foundation. But once you hit that break, it's like whoop, and it's easier to see. So for me, this is a reminder. And I've even thought about just really opening that up so that anybody that wants to get that, like, go for it. Go for it. But there's something really beautiful and unique for me about putting reminders on my hands. That's what the finger tattoos are as well. All right, well, shall we do one? Let's do one more, and then I'll bounce off here. All right, Lana, let's tune in with you and your energy. I hope that's okay. I know you didn't ask for a reading, but haha. All right. I hope I'm saying that right. All right, so Lana, what I'm seeing for you is that you have a almost like a vampire collar coming up and through. It's like coming up from your shoulders, up through over your head. Yeah, so it's coming up through over your head. What I'm seeing with this is that there's like a lot of like dark energy that's up around your head and above your shoulder, and a lot of it is past life stuff. Like I see a lot of just energy from the 1500s, a lot of plague-like energy. I don't know if you've read any energy from that time period, and I forget if you do readings or not. For some reason I feel like you do, but from that time period, it's really dark and it's really dense. You're working a lot of energy out from that, but what I'm seeing is that it's feeding your ego. And so it's feeding your ego in a way that isn't allowing your heart to lead first. I obviously have some matches on this one. But so it's not allowing your heart to lead first. The egoic mind of it's not even I know better or I know more. It is a little bit of that, but it is also actually the insecurities from pain. It's the wounds that are speaking loudly that is also feeding that I know better, I know more, because of what has happened in the past. And it's what has happened in the past, not just in this lifetime, but what has happened in the past in multiple lifetimes past. And so as you look through that and as you look through those, I definitely would encourage you to do, if you're not, like, I would encourage you to book a reading with somebody that you don't know, and somebody that doesn't know you. That's really important. And let them just really download. Like, even if you go, there's a couple of resources online. There's the American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums. The website for that is like, it's not that great, but there are a lot of really incredibly qualified, beautiful, tested psychics and mediums on there that don't charge much more than like $100 to $150 an hour. So that's a resource, but go ahead and ask them to help you look at these past lives, because it'll help you clear them. It is blocking you from being able to move forward in the growth of your business, and as far as money goes, because one lifetime that I'm looking at right now, it's that, like, the darkness that's happening. I'm seeing a lifetime, and it's like an energy of a consciousness that is like gimme, 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 and taking. So as the plague is happening and as the plague is going around, and that's happening, I'm seeing where, like, you have your business is about going and raiding people's homes and taking the valuables and taking the things from the people who have died. And so I'm seeing that there's an association with business that's happening with you right now that's keeping you small, because that aspect, that consciousness isn't in alignment with where you want to go now. So that's where there's like this disconnect from ego and heart that is, shifting. There you go. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're opening up. I'm seeing you open up and then like close it back down, and open it back up and then close it back down. So go ahead and just keep keep breathing. There is on SoundCloud with Gene Keys, there is a like 6-minute meditation on forgiveness and using forgiveness as the agent of change, and that forgiveness will help to break through all sorts of layers of stuff. And so using that meditation, I'm happy to post it into the group. I've been using it almost every morning for the last 2 weeks or so, and it has been extraordinary in what it's done for my mindset in creation. And so I think that will really help, just really going into the deeper layers of your own consciousness and forgiving yourself, not just for this lifetime, but forgiving yourself for lifetimes past, will also be really, really beneficial. All right, beautiful, my sweet friends. All right, so the doors are closed for the Earth Angels program until next February. There will be an opportunity to join in then. For those of you who are interested in tuning in with Grow Your Soul-Centered Business, I'm creating it as the on-ramp. So for people who know that you want to be of service as a psychic, as a healer, I do recommend, yes, I am going to train you. Yes, there will be training in it. If you already have other sort of training, you're so very welcome, Lana. If you have any sort of training before you get into it, you're going to be able, or if you're already working with clients, it's going to help. But Grow Your Soul-Centered Business is designed for the business beginner, the entrepreneurial beginner. If you want to really jump into your business, this is the on-ramp that's going to get you, well, to the level of Earth Angels program. That's what my intention is with it, because the Earth Angels program is for people who are already operating at a certain level of what it is that you're growing with your business. It's like people already have their business license, they already have an established business, they already have a brand, they already have things. And so we bring it to the next level and develop your psychic abilities. So Grow Your Soul-Centered Business is starting from square one, numero uno. How do you want to grow your business in the coaching? Technically, it's like a coaching model. For me, obviously, I'm working with psychics, creatives, intuitives, and healers. So how do you create offers? How do you have the sales conversation? How do you bring people in? How do you run group programs? How do you start a book club? How do you do these things? So if you want to be, let's say this was my biggest aha this morning of like who I want to be working with, is I want to be working with people women specifically, who are fed the fuck up with having to feel that their partner or that they need a man to get to where they want to be. I can't tell you how many unbelievably talented psychics or healers or people that I've seen or worked with or had these conversations with, and it's like, well, let me check with my husband. Well, let me see what's going on here. We as women are stepping into the reawakened divine feminine. This does not mean that there's anything negative or bad or wrong about the men or the partnerships, right? It really is about you finding your ownership of your empowerment. That's what this is about. I want to financially empower females to be able to buy whatever it is that you want, to take yourself on vacation, to take yourself out to the nice restaurant, to have your own rules around your own money, to be able to be financially empowered in your relationship on your own, to have your own separate, whatever it is that you want to do in your life, to create, to give you the keys and the empowerment and the ability to be able to do that for yourself. That's really what this is about. For any women that has been emotionally, physically, mentally abused, you have these wounds inside of you that program you to say that men know better than you do. That's not true. It is not true. Not for 2 fucking seconds. No. There are other things for you to do and to accomplish. And so my goal is to really, really awaken that part of you inside that has a desire. It is most closely connected to your own divine purpose. Your own divine purpose is about connecting in with the sacred sisterhood of the divine woman, of the reawakening of the divine feminine that is happening on this planet. It is about connecting in with your empowered sisterhood. Really and truly. That ultimately is really what Grow Your Soul-Centered Business is about. It's about empowering women financially to run and grow your own business. And it can be as limited or as limitless as you want it to be. So really, really, and truly, I want you to know that that is an opportunity that is available to you and for you. This is the on-ramping. We're going to start classes in October. So we haven't officially launched it. I already have like 5 people in it. That's how I know that it's happening, is that the universe, my guides have already sent me people who have said yes before I mean, you guys know I have the digital program, and the digital program is a part of it. So what I'm doing is I'm selling the digital program now and then up-leveling into October into the group facilitation. So it isn't just the digital program. I'm going to be teaching classes twice a month to help move through and help get through the beginning of the course, because we all know that you have the part of yourself that is, or like if you invest in a digital program, right, you have to hold yourself accountable. You don't really have any guidance. You don't really have anybody else to go to for advice or whatever it is if you have questions. So we're creating a community around that. So you have the digital program that is basically the foundation, but then we're also going to be doing classes. We're going to be doing meditations. We're going to help you bring your self-worth, your confidence, your empowerment, your femininity, bringing all of that to the table so that you can grow your business and so that you can design your business to help design your life. That is what this is about. That's what my life has been about for the last 3 years. I've had a lot of wild successes in growing my business. It's been amazing. I've had a lot of wild face plants in growing my business. It's been amazing. I've learned so much along the process, along the way, to the point where I am seeing so much more clearly why I'm here, what I'm doing, what my purpose is, and who I'm here to awaken. I train revolutionaries. I find and I train revolutionaries. I wrote this down this morning. Let's go ahead and tune in with my notes. I train female revolutionaries with an insatiable desire to create massive impact on this planet. Grow your soul-centered business is the first steps of that. So if you don't know where to start and you don't know where it is that you want to be, that is okay. But this is what is going to help you get into alignment with that. Yes, revolutionaries, if you're hearing me, your heart is tingling right now. You know that this is for you. You know that you are meant to be in this program. You know that you're meant to join in with the sacred sisterhood that's going to help bring you into a heightened state of your own empowerment. And yes, I do that through business practices and helping you to grow your own bank account and move through your own money blocks so that money is never something that ever holds you back from doing anything that you want in this world. So, tune in with that for you. If you're interested and you want to start with the digital program is $997. Like I said, I don't have much of this set up right now. I do have that set up. I'm actually creating all of it this week. So if you want to do that and you want to start right now and you want to get tuned in with just the digital program and tune in with the Facebook group, we have a few people in there right now. Like I said, they're just coming in. Spirit is sending me people who are like, I'm ready. I want to do this. This is the game plan. So then I get my butt in gear, right? Normally I have the thing set up before we start enrolling people. It's gone the other way. It's gone the other direction. So it's happening. I would love for you to be a part of it. If you want to, private message me and I'll get you the link to join so that you can get access to the digital program and the group. I'm going to start doing live classes, like I said, in October. And so there will be a few months for you to really sit with that, figure out what it is that you want to do so that when we start doing the live classes, you can really hit the ground running. So thank you so much for spending the time here with me. I absolutely want nothing more than for all of you to join in this movement, to join in on this empowerment for yourself, for your own bank account, for your own femininity, to really be able to own yourself and your empowerment. That's what this is about. So now that you know what this is about, because I've said that like 5 times, probably like 5 million times, join in, keep following. I'm going to be doing more live readings. I'm going to be tuning in. I'm going to be doing a little bit more check-ins. I've been doing check-ins through Instagram about my cleanse and how that's going, but I do want to start doing more check-ins through Happy Empowered Empaths about how it's going as well so that I can stay connected with all of you. I had to take some time to disconnect from Facebook to just circle my own wagons, and so I'm back. And thank you again so much for taking the time. Remember, tag your people if you feel that they would get a lot from this message. Please feel free to share, comment, do all those things that help support the growth and the sharing of information through this. All of your love, all of your support, all of it. It means the absolute world to me. I wouldn't be able to be here and do this without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, I hope you are having an absolutely blessed day. And I do look forward to connecting with you again soon. Ciao.